Hi, this is Pete May, President and co-founder of GreenBiz Group. I'm excited today to be here on GreenBiz Studio with Joseph Tabet, who works with Flex as their Vice President of Circular Economy. Flex, if you don't know Flex, it's a company that's has presence all around the world and in lots of different industries. I'm really excited to have this conversation here to talk about the world of circular economy. Joseph, welcome to GreenBiz Studio.
Hi, Pete.
Yeah,
Great to be here.
great to have you here. Tell us a little bit. You've been with Flex for a few years, but tell us about how you've gotten involved in the circular economy as a lead in for us to look at what Flex is doing in circular.
This is the best question I could ever get. It was just a coincidence. I had never had any interaction with the recycling, with the life cycle, with none of that. And it was just a week with a client trying to find a solution for something around circularity. And then the antennas started going up in my brain. And it was kind of love on the first spot. And I got in. And since 3 years, that started as a kind of dedication. It's a passion meanwhile.
Yeah, that's great. Well, back up a little bit because I'm not sure everybody knows tell us what Flex does and then how it's what you're offering in terms of where you fit into the circular economy.
So Flex is a contract manufacturer and services company. We have about 150,000 plus people working all over the world. We have about 130 sites, some engineering, some operations, and some design. And we work in Asia, we work in Europe, East and West. We work in the Americas in all parts, Latin America, Brazil, and the US. And what we try to do is really, we say, make the world better. It's making products that are more sustainable, that are contributing to the sustainability and making people's life easier. We act in 6 segments, so it's medical, we are in the automotive area, we are in the infrastructure, in the consumer, and in the devices. And we have these verticals. And circular economy as such is vertical independent. It's a horizontal service that we try to elaborate and progress with all the segments we are working. And it's a big learning for us because you learn a lot from one segment and deploy it for the others. And that's very needed in these days.
That's a very wide swath. So Flex is a giant company. You build things for a lot of customers that I think we would recognize on here. You probably build things for customers that we don't know about. You work in just about all parts of the world. It's almost a question what you're not in. You're in infrastructure, you're in technology, you're in automotive, you're in health. Can you, just to narrow it down for us, can you give us kind of one example of of an interesting case study or something you're doing in a particular country or in a particular segment, and how circular economy plays into that?
If you look at the volumes and follow up where you are creating, people are creating the largest amount of waste, and electronic waste is a problem. It's not easy to get rid of. So I would take the what we call all lifestyle products. This is the area where the dynamic is big. You have big commitments from CEOs. They want to reach 50% by 2025, 100% by 2030. There is a knowledge about how to get rid of things, but there is no full solution for getting there. And this is the challenge we see, and this is the opportunity we see at the same time. There is one thing I always emphasize is, we are very proud to be where we are on the circular as Flex, but we need a lot of Flexes. The circular economy, it's not yours, it's not my problem, it's the problem of everyone's on the world.
I was looking at an interview with one of your colleagues prior to this, and I think he said something really interesting, and I'd love to get your reaction. He said that with it's relatively, paraphrasing him, relatively easy to deal with the back end of the cycle. What's a little harder in working with partners is getting them to build into circular economy in the front end of the cycle when they're designing products. And so we're actually designing for reuse and circular. Can you comment on that and your sense of how important the design phase is in creating a full circle for circular economy?
This message actually shows that we and the industry, lifestyle industry, is at a novice level. Most of the products, I would say above 90%, were not designed for circularity. So any solution we are bringing now is really eliminating landfill is extremely important. Prolonging the life of every product is very important. That's a challenge because many clients don't want to be selling refurbished. They believe that will have a attraction against the branding. So we are trying to use some, let them talk to others to convince them that it makes sense. And the CO2 element is important, but there is also an opportunity, a business opportunity. Refurbished products bring more money than the refurbishment cost, and the CO2 impact is huge. So the topic you have brought is really important, and we are emphasizing, and that's part of our process. When we start discussing circularity with clients, we approach three phases. First one is eliminating landfill. Second one is using these recycled material for creating accessories while we are helping their design and engineering to go to a circular design product. That's the way we have to do it.
Interesting. So my last question is, we've had one of your colleagues, Kira Witten, on studio before. She talked about Flex and how it's addressing sustainability through the SDGs. You've recently announced 2030 sustainability goals. Can you talk a little bit about how circular economy fits into that framework and those goals?
That's we announced about a month ago, indeed. Well, my example I always take: you cannot live in a glass house and throw stones on others. So we have to do take our responsibility and do what we have to do as a citizen, a global citizen. So the sustainability activities within Flex have started a long time ago. On the ESG, we are really leader. If you look at the ratings of various institutes and organizations, we are by far the leader on sustainability. But any activity we do for our clients does not count. So what we tend to do is we drive our sustainability, but learn from that and share it with clients. And that's really very important. Sustainability is not about CO2, it's about people and how we deal with our people, our social engagement. It's about our respect to nature and the earth, and it's about our client and our suppliers, that especially the suppliers in different countries, that their organizations, their people are being taken care of. These are the focuses we take with our messaging.
It's been great talking to you, and also it's really exciting. I'm sure you feel like, as we do, we are at the start of this journey. So much more great work to be done in the circular economy. So Joseph Tabet from Flex, thanks for joining us today on GreenBiz Studio.
Thank you, Pete. I really appreciate this event and all the activities your organization is doing. It's extremely important to get the people understand it as well, how important it is for us, for our kids, and for their kids.
That's great.
Thank you.
Thank you.